Hello creative people, this is Catherine with aMotleyArt, and I am a video where I'm going to be creating a small little booklet for February 2022 using the Sweet as Honey Scrapbook workshop from Close to My Heart. Check out the description for more information. So here I'm just showing you the little booklet that I put together. So I just basically have about 3 sheets of 6 by 12 pages that I put into half, and then I have a cover sheet. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp on a little created by, so I can put my name on the back of this book. And I really kind of like the look of this particular created by. I think it has a kind of a snazzy look. So I don't know if my name is going to fit in there because I have kind of a long last name, but we'll make it work. So now I'm going to stamp on February 2022. This is going to go onto the front cover. So when I saw this workshop kit, I just knew I needed to get it because I just thought it was so pretty. I love that you've kind of got a retro feel, but it's not super retro or vintage. I guess I should say more of a vintage feel, but not super vintage. I love these flowers here. I just think this is so classy. In the workshop, they showed where they did add a little bit of color. So what I did was I put some Sundance ink onto my block, and now I'm just going to paint it on with my water brush. And I'm only going to do it in a couple of places. And I love that. I love black and white with a little bit of color. I just think it's very elegant. I've always been a big fan of that. So that's what I go ahead and do here. But then I decided it needs a little sparkle too. So I am going to add some sparkle once I get all the color. And I just do that with a shimmer brush. I just did it with the clear shimmer brush. So I'm going to let those kind of dry off, and I am going to start building my front cover here. So all of the cutouts that you see are from the kit, and I am also going to use a few stickers, but not as many. I really go with mostly die cuts in the beginning here of making the cover and doing the first page. I am going to create pages. Some pages I'm going to create that I could put a photo onto, but some pages I'm just going to go ahead and create as a more art page that has that doesn't really have space for a photo, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. More of like an art journal page, because February is a short month, and I don't think that I'm going to have a ton of pictures in February to put into this book. But I love this paper so much. Later on, you're going to see, well, in the beginning when I was showing the flip through of the pages that I put in here, you could see there was a lot of bee reference. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Get to work with that kind of imagery, which I really like. I'm not always a fan of bees. I like to keep my distance from them because, if I get stung, it's not a fun time. But I have always liked that look of, having the bees incorporated into artwork, along with butterflies. I don't know why, it's a weird thing, but I kind of like insect drawings, but not so much like insects themselves. I don't want them around me, and I'm not a big fan of, where they make the boxes, like the butterflies that they put into the shadow boxes. I don't really like that, but I really like the drawings, the sketches of insects. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. But we all have our peculiarities, don't we? And that just happens to be one of mine. I think part of it too is that you like this flowers and the bees, which I'm not using right now, but I will use in the future. So in the next couple of videos that I plan to put out in February of 2022 will be more from this particular workshop, and there will definitely be bees involved. And it's kind of that sketchy, also like wood cut print kind of look, and I really like that. I really find that imagery really, really nice. And then I want to say, especially like with these hearts and stuff, there's just like a hint of shabby chic in this particular workshop. And I like that as well. I like a little shabby chic, but I don't like full on shabby chic. You know, where some people get a little bit overboard with the lace, I feel like, you know, they just do a lot of lace and they do a lot of the distress part of shabby chic. That's not the part that I like as much. A little bit of the lace, as you can see. I mean, that one piece that I put there in the background kind of has a little bit of a lacy look, but a little bit's nice, but I don't want the whole thing to be drowned in lace, so to speak. So I like it, but with moderation. So I really felt like this collection is nice for that it's giving you some of those vibes without it going too far. And I also like this background paper right here. Now this is a mix-in. This was a separate collection that I added to this workshop. So for the January, February catalog that they have out, they have these mix-ins where it's you get 6 papers and they coordinate in color and I guess motif with the other paper packs for that particular catalog. So I got this one because I like this. Looks very Art Deco to me, and I really like Art Deco. I love Art Deco, so such a fan of it. And the funny thing is, if you kind of look up a lot of Art Deco, they use bees there. Bees was kind of part of that imagery, I guess because of the honeycombs, and Art Deco is very geometric, and so you get your hexagons with those honeycombs, and so it kind of just all works together. So yeah, I like that type of feel or style. Style is the word I was looking for. I like that type of style. So right now I'm just kind of building a journaling card. And they have this key to my heart where they showed it layered together. But I felt that the two grays kind of just, I don't know, it didn't pop. So I decided to add some of the Sundance yellow onto that sentiment key to my heart just to give it a little bit of separation so that it didn't kind of bleed too much into the background. I wanted it to pop out a little bit more. So I really liked the way that came out, and then I just went ahead and attached that. Now I made a pocket down here at the bottom because I wanted that journaling card to be able to be taken in and out. One, to make it easier to write on, but also like if I want to put a picture on the back, then I can do that, and I get the full card to write on too. So I'm going to build elements onto my pocket, but that's going to allow that tag to still move in and out. And I really like how this effect came out. I think this is so nice and so much fun when you can do this on a scrapbook page. It just gives you some interaction, but also still gives you a nice look, a nice overall look, because you can still layer your items. So I'm going to put my flowers down, and then I'm going to kind of look at how I want some of my other elements. Now, I'm being a little bit careful because when I put those tags together, of course, when I first put the glue on, I put it on the wrong side, and I'm trying to make sure it doesn't attach to my back tag there. So I was lucky. I was able to keep it away from that area long enough that the glue dried without sticking to what I didn't want it to stick to, so that was great. And then I'm just making sure here that I put it in the right place this time so then I can stick it down without it sticking to the background or to my other tag. So I really really like how this came out. And this flourish here, I think is so pretty. It is part of the kit, and it looks like it is cardstock, but it's actually a little bit thicker than cardstock. It's not, I don't know what kind of material they're using, but it's kind of like in between a cardstock and a chipboard. It's really nice though. It's not too thick, so I can use it in this little kind of booklet, but I just think it's a little bit more substantial, so it's easier to use and very easy to glue down. You know, sometimes when you cut those really delicate flourishes out of cardstock, then they're easy to crumple or to bend, but not these. These were really nice. So now I'm going to add some sequins just like I did to the cover. I just think the sequins go really nicely with this whole look and this whole kind of motif, and gives you that nice little bit of sparkle. So the final things that I'm going to add here is a couple of stickers for a keyhole and a key. That's going to make our journaling make a little bit more sense. Not that you have to be literal. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your scrapbooking pages, but sometimes it's nice when they make a little bit of sense. And then I also put a 3x4 photo spot back there just to show that you can put additional things into that pocket. So I really thank you for watching my whole video. I hope you are come back for my next one, and I hope that you have a very creative day.